Hello and welcome back to It's My Life. Oh god, this is a great chapter. We're on chapter 14. How Caroline became GLaDOS. Oh, this is gonna be a treat. I am a Surham's trapper, and I will kill Mr. Roberts, the evil clone said to Teen Fortress 2, who happied. Wait, oh, but that's Shoulder's voice.
Wait, how can we be sure that she's evil enough to really kill her?
The evil soldier custodied. We'll do a test to make sure she's real evil. The evil engineer answered because he was the boss of their plan. Azrim, you must do an evil thing to prove your abilities. He ordered an Azrim to nod it with it.
I'm gonna kill somebody.
A look on her faces. Okay, for asterisk, 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 B, asterisk, 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 L, G, asterisk, 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 kill some B, asterisk, 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 exclamation mark. Azurim said, she says a lot of cusses because she's really evil, and did a evil, also, what cuss word starts with G? Gutter skank? Gutter skank. Azrim got it out of the evil engineer's hose and started looking for a victim when she seed Gabe Johnson house.
I heard he changed his name to Gabe Johnson after our leader, his dead brother, so it'll do evil to him.
She thought with evil thoughts, and Sid, Gabe Johnson, and his friend Ratman was building a robot body for Caroline, and it was almost done. Complete. Now we just have to turn it on. Ratman insisted, so Gabe flipped a switch, and the robot machine started moving and looked around.
Gabe, is that you?
Caroline asked.
Yes, Caroline, I've built a robot body for you. It's called GLaDOS. Also, I changed my name to Cave in honor of my head brother.
Ratman started to leave because this was a private family moment. As we walked to the door, he see a girl outside that was not and pretty, but kind of mean looking.
This must be Cave's future daughter, Marissa Roberts. Ratman said it out louder and let her in, but it wasn't Marissa, it was Azrim.
Azrim walked through the halls and got to the GLaDOS robot and Gabe Johnson, who were making out.
I hope I'm not interrupting anything, lol.
Azrim lolled, so Gabe and Caroline's and Cave stopped kissing and looked and saw Azrim.
Marissa, you are daughter. Your turn for visit.
They both exclamation with happy.
Yep, and I see you made Caroline
a new robot bod.
Azrim smiled because her plan was working and they didn't notice that she wasn't Marissa.
I'll leave you alone for some mother-daughter bonding time, okay?
And Gabe went out to go talk to Ratman. Caroline was so happy that Marissa was back. She thought when Azrim started smiling all evil like a bad clown and a joker, and then she put a computer virus in Caroline.
No!
GLaDOS screamed as the virus started to turn her evil.
Why would you do this, Marissa?
Gabe Johnson yelled from the window. She lolled meanly and said,
I am not Marissa. I am Azrim.
And then Azrim. And then Caroline turned full evil into GLaDOS.
Now I am killing the necrotarchs.
Before the cult could do anything, Azrim bored, went gone back to the evil engineer's house. Gabe screamed, "No!" Oh! And he screamed it really loud. The evil Teen Fortress 2 was watching the whole thing on their TV camera, but it was black and white because it's a past, so they couldn't really see the neurotoxin because it was green, not black or white, so it didn't show up. As Saram came in from the door, and all were cheering at her.
You're really evil, Azrim. The plan will work.
The evil engineer congratulated.
Indeed, I'm so evil and I'm gonna betray you.
And she pulled out a machine gun and started to shoot up the evil Teen Fortress 2 because she was just that mean. Then Azrim seized the nettle that gave you powers like Marissa's, so she injected it into her arm and all went glowing electric.
Now I have the powers that can kill Marissa and her dumb robot ball boyfriend too, and maybe take over the whole world.
She lolled with the most evil ever, but then she realized how would she get to the future where the evil Teen Fortress 2 died? You stupid bitch. You're gonna do the zombie taters again? I hope that doesn't come back.
I'll just make the good Team Fortress 2, force me to make a time machine and maybe kill them afterwards.
She thought smartly, but it was evil smartly like a mad scientist. SRM used the fly power to fly to school where Gabe Johnson and Ratman were giving Team Fortress 2 the down low. And then the evil clone put in a commuter virus in GLaDOS and she turns evil. Gabe was crying while Ratman gave him tissues. SRM flew out to them at Portal High School and used her powers to make a glowy gun, like in Green Lantern, that movie that was dumb, but he had cool powers. I think Marissa will have them too. Oh, great! More Universal crossovers. Whatever will you think of next, Marissa Roberts? And the author of the story, who I think is also named Marissa Roberts. It's gonna be a good day. In the portal time day, my brain hurts. Where was I? Stupid Green Lantern shit.
Build me a time machine or I'll kill you all.
SRM pointed the gun at Cave Johnson's head and cocked the trigger. Oh, okay. Well, do it. Don't shoot. The engineer screamed and they worked fast to build the time machine. SRM got it in and prepared to go to the future. Marissa, will you stop? You can't win. Cave Johnson said, but SRM just lolled and turned on the time machine. Flash, bang, boom. She was gone to the future. Marissa has to be powerful enough to stop her. She's the world's only hope. Ratman said with a brave, and they all nodded. To be continued. I got our reviews and I was from the chunk. It's a TV word, and I kind of running out of ideas, so I think once Marissa fights SRM on the story, but it will be the most epic and intense fight, so maybe the last will be chapter 20. Find out. Fun fact, thank God this doesn't go on to 20 chapters. Anyway, chapter 15. The Judgment of Atlas and Peabody. I was life again. I was life again and was so happy because Wheatley saved me. He was the best boyfriend a girl could ever have in the whole world.
Oh, Wheatley, I love you so much.
I told him, and Wheatley blushed and was kinda nervous.
Oh, that was nothing, Marissa. I'm just a bloody glad you're okay.
I hugged my robot ball and we were both the happiest ever.
Marissa, there's something I need to ask you.
Wheatley said, blushing.
Will you
marry me?
I almost, God damn it, and yelled.
Gee, of course, Wheatley.
And then I kissed him harder than I ever did before, and it made him go sparks. After we were done kissing, I remembered why all this happened. Atlas and Peabody shot at me. They needed to be brought to judgment, so I scowled and punched hands together.
Marissa, what's wrong? Oh, yeah, we need to get bloody back at those baggers, Atlas and Peabody.
I nodded, and we got up to look for them. My powers were glowing like crazy round me with sparks and lightning. Wheatley was on his reel making growls and saying stuff to encourage me like,
you can't bloody do it, Marissa. Wank.
Turns out it really is a Brit salt. I like, 1 second, let's pause for a second to just appreciate the word that Marissa has created here. It's Brit salt. Brit salt. It's like an insult from a British person. That's clever. That is so clever.
Wank them, kid!
We followed a trail of drugs and beer and Playboy mags to their lair. Some turrets, ogres are like onions, they have layers. Shrek is now in this, you're all welcome. Some turrets that they got working for them tried to shoot me up, but I wasn't gonna fall for that again, and had my shields at full power, so the bullets bounced off me and hit them, and they died. Just like I expected, those two jerk robots were smoking drugs and drinking beer. Peabody had an abortion because she's a jerk and isn't pro-life, the B asterisk, 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 asterisk. Great. This entire fanfiction was just a pro-life. Nope. This entire fanfiction is just an ad for pro-life. All right. This is great. This is amazing. I'm just gonna walk away for like 5 minutes. Give me just because I'm just gonna come over here because I don't know if I can do this. I don't think I'm completely okay with that because you know that's a little gross. It's a little gross. It's a little gross. Gross little political view edition there. I mean, it's not really a political view. I'm a guy who believes that a woman should be able to do what they want with their body, but you know, I think you're taking a little bit too far, Marissa, because pro-life isn't the right choice. I think you're a little cray-cray. And hey. Anyway,
well, if it isn't the biggest jerks ever.
I said, and Atlas and Peabody looked at me and mouthed, God damn it, and got OF asterisk 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 looks on their feces.
How are you alive? We shot you in the head and blood and brainies went everywhere.
Atlas shocked and I lolled.
You jerks forgot the greatest power of all, true love.
And I fired a beam that made them start to glow and smoke, but not drug smoke since this hurt them.
You asterisk, what are you doing, what?
Peabody, I scarred, but I didn't listen and kept powering up until boom, they exploded. That was unexpected. That saying of Atlas and Peabody, I said.
Wheatley cheered and also said,
Good bloody riddance.
"Oh no, wait." She messed that up there. Anyway, I'm just gonna get this fucking over with, because after this, it's one fucking chapter. 2. I heard a click-clack noise, and it was the Oracle turret.
Did somebody need to get married?
He asked, lolling in me, and Wheatley nodded with heads.
Wheatley, do you take married or to be a lawful married wife?
I bloody do.
Why do you take Wheatley to be your lawful married hubby?
I
did. I love you so much, Wheatley. Then by the power vested in me, I pronounce you man and wife.
Wheatley and I kissed, and the Orca turret shot confetti at us. Then we run to one of the dorm places, which had a big bed with rose petals on it.
No, it's time for our honeymoon.
Wheatley happy to, no, I'm not writing that, you pervs, use your imagine. We didn't notice at the time, but a portal happened in the place where GLaDOS used to be before, and I killed her in the final battle. A girl stepped out who was like me, but less hot and pretty and more evil.
Now I can kill Marissa Roberts and take over the world.
Ram lolled evilly. To be continued. Okay, guys, I think the next chapter might be the last one. Thank fucking God. Or maybe there'll be an epilogue to find out next time. Nope, that's it. That's one left. One and we're done. Thank you guys for watching. Please check out my other videos. There are also things